Hello, Ray Harmony here and Kane Harmony behind the camera. We are here in Victoria, BC, heading to the International Society for Metal Music Studies.
Woo!
And super pumped. Sun is shining and we're about to get in a big hall with a bunch of academic metalheads and talk about metal. Okay, so we're here at the University of Victoria, BC, and we're at the Strong building. Seriously, Strong. We're about to go in and see that man, in fact, Dr. Keith Kahn-Harris. He's doing the opening keynote on Beyond Transgression, Breaking Metal's Boundaries. So the whole thing, the whole conference is called Boundaries and Ties, the place of metal music in communities. So should be off to an interesting start, and the doctor's gone in, so we better go in as well. We'll see you afterwards. Alright, so we just got out of the opening keynote with Dr. Keith Kahn-Harris, and I've got a bunch of notes. Really good stuff. So to kind of sum up, he ended actually with a call to action, which I thought was amazing. And in his words, he said, we need to push to make transgression actually mean something in the kind of modern metal scene, which was awesome. So basically, he spoke about two types of transgression, and a lot of it was focused on the lyrical side of things, but as a music theorist, you know, I was really happy when someone asked a question about Schoenberg and the, you know, serialism and the 12-note method as musical transgression as opposed to just lyrical transgression, because obviously transgression is more than, you know, obscene lyrics. And so super interesting stuff. I won't bore you anymore. I am going to be writing up a feature for Terrorizer magazine though, so if you're interested you can read some more, read more about it in that. We're here in the beautiful grounds of the University of Victoria having a break. Next up we've got possibly the session I'm most pumped about, called Sonic Boundaries, and we got Heaviness in 3 Dimensions with Mark Mynett from the UK, so pumped about that.
Never thought I'd be at a metal conference, but here I am, and I think my outfit is working for me.
All black.
You know, all black. I think I'm fitting in. I'm doing well. I think that my music theory knowledge has really allowed me to understand music and come to a real appreciation of different forms of music, including metal, which I never would have listened to before meeting Ray. And so I've definitely broadened my scope of music. So here I am, and I'm quite enjoying the combination of intellectual sort of university professors talking and sort of the more popular coming together with the popular aspects of music. It's very fascinating.
Alright, so day 1 metal conference done. On our way home, it's dark. It's been many hours of...
It's almost 11.
Oh my god, it's almost 11. Mind is blown. Just dropped off one of the speakers. We were having a chat about ISO rhythms and oh my god, crazy cool stuff. And just I'm so overstimulated. we just spent what 2 hours having dinner with a table that, you know, everyone either had a PhD or was busy doing a PhD in metal studies, of some sort, you know, from production to the kind of societal and then music theory. But now it's home time and try to come down from this high. Music theory.
Morning, Ray. Yeah.
Day 2 after 4 hours sleep, and we're on our way to pick up Dan from the local metal band Figma, who I'm working with, producing their debut album right now. We start song 8 on Monday. In fact, it's Saturday today, so yeah, Dan's going to be joining us today for some clever metal people. Alright, we got Dan in the back from Figma.
I don't know if it's crazy or cool.
All music theory is crazy and cool.
Yeah, all music theory is crazy and cool, but learning how important intervals are, the intervals, has been huge. And also, early on, Ray let me have a couple cheats, and the octatonic scale and whole tone scales have just been a real eye-opener for me, creatively speaking.
Yeah, the whole tone riff in the resonance, right?
Yeah, just
we'll play a bit of this. So cut to the whole tone riff in the resonance.
We've been working really hard for, well, geez, at least a year now, and we've got 5 songs finished and in the can, and 2 more ready to go over for mixing and mastering. And I've just started writing song 8, which I'm really excited about because it's a deviation from what I have been doing. And the last 2 songs were such a stretch and such a technical reach for me. It's nice to kind of relax a little bit and have some fun. And yeah, just really stoked to be working with Ray and keeping the long view in mind. I can't wait till all 10 songs are finished.
My highlight of the weekend would have been the second keynote speaker, who was Brittany Slade. She's the lead singer in the Canadian metal band Unleash the Archers. They're on Napalm Records. And it was really inspiring to hear from a woman in the music industry, and I've never really talked or heard from someone who's actually out there doing it. So that was really cool to hear her experiences of being in a band, and she talked about a lot of the positive aspects of being a woman in the industry. And I think the other thing that I found really like a stark reminder of what the music industry is today is that all of them still have day jobs to support themselves financially, even though they're on like a pretty well-established label, European label. And so it made me and us really grateful that we have patrons and students and artists that allow us to do what we do full time. And yeah, thank you very much for your support.
Yeah, over 2 years of no day job.
Sure.
Woo! Yeah, thank you. All right, Monday morning in the studio with Dan from Figma, just starting track 8, Blank Canvas, about to get into it. Before we start though, just a wrap up for the weekend, the metal conference. Dan, what was your highlight?
What was my highlight? Well, I really enjoyed just getting a sense of what was happening locally, but also was totally blown away at all the global, how many people from around the world were there, and how just articulate and how much time and passion went into how metal affects your life, And I have to say, and I think maybe Kate and I are in the same book, on the same page here. I love Brittany Slays, or Brittany Hayes is her actual name. Her talk just about her coming up in her band, very inspirational, totally approachable, really was quite a treat. And hanging out with the fine peeps at Revolution Harmony was really cool too. It was a really good day, and it really inspired me.
Ending the weekend with like a whole bunch of new incredible friends. They either have PhDs or are doing PhDs in metal studies or related subjects, and they're like beyond inspirational. It's been a dream of mine for so long to do a PhD in music theory, and I will do it when I have the time and the money. But in the meantime, being surrounded by these people is beyond inspirational. There was one other thing I wanted to say, which was, so Lewis, he was it's funny, these dudes with like PhDs, they're still metalheads. They're still naughty. I came out like after the talk, and he's having a little smoke, like a school kid, right next to the no smoking sign. Anyway, so I had a little chat with him, and about his talk, and it was really interesting. Like, he kind of said something to me that stayed with me, and it's like it's really been the takeaway for me, and a kind of a call to action. But we were talking about genres and how important it is to get that right. Like, for me as a journalist, writing for Terrorizer magazine, it's so important that I get the genre right, or the subgenre these days, or the sub-genre. So if I get it wrong, it's like it can be detrimental to the band, because the potential fans don't listen to them. So it's so important to kind of get it right, and we were discussing this, and anyway, Lewis said to me, no one reads the shit I write, but they all read the shit you write. And it kind of blew my mind. It's like it made me realize like the massive disconnect of the academic world to the actual music industry and journalism, and so kind of moving forwards, I feel like there needs to be a lot more communication between academia and musicians and journalists, especially. If journalists are talking to these people, researching this stuff, we can actually better convey those thoughts, through the magazines we write for, to the metalhead public, and I think that is vital. So, if you are a fellow journalist, hit me up and I can put you in touch with some of these incredible people. But let's talk communication. Good things are going to come from that, for metal and for music in general. So, that's it. Final thought. Now it's time to crack on with song 8. Song 8. Woo! Yeah.